Okay, it says we're live. All right. Welcome from the crossroads of America, a 1 hour talk show, shooting with disabilities, guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. Answer questions from the audience. Either put it in the chat or email me at rickslife@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. For anybody's info, down below there in the info section, I got Patreon, PayPal, all the other stuff that I have going on, which ain't a lot. It's all down there for your info. Anyway, let me see who's in the first in the room was Patriot in the Dark, then me, then Kingpin, then Jason Stewart. Who else we got? Mystic Guns, Raphael, the gun snob. Sabrina's here. So they're starting to trickle in. And on my panel today, I have Guns and Barbecue. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Not bad. All right. Patriot in the Dark. Hit the mute button, Patriot. Or did you walk away from the computer?
Oh, no, I'm always here. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it. Hello, everybody. Sabrina.
All right. Good. Then we got the Kingpin. How you doing?
All right. Thanks for having me, Rick. Good to see everybody tonight.
No problem. Then we got the New York Outcast.
Hello, people. Hope everybody's having a good day. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh, Two Live Moo has joined us. So, hopefully, I should have another guest coming in, maybe one or two more. But I know one said he's running late and he'll be here. But until then, I meant to do this a couple of weeks ago for all you was Guns and Barbecue. We don't know who you are. Well, I don't, but you've been around a while now, so people are starting to know who you are. So, what's your claim to fame?
My claim to fame? Well, yeah. What do you mean? Say,
tell us about yourself.
I guess. Well, my name's John, and I'm an alcoholic. Nah, I'm joking. That's the wrong meeting for this. Sorry. I don't know. Well, the name kind of gives it away. I like Guns and Barbecue. Just a guy that felt that he was sitting back too much, watching others do things in the Second Amendment community that, just trying to bring awareness, things like that, maybe share experiences and whatnot. I've got free time on my hands these days, and I figured, I could do more. So I figured I'd start looking into the whole YouTube channel thing. Honestly, I didn't have a clue on how to start doing it. And I have what doctors call finger vision at 1 foot. So if you stuck your fingers up and said how many, if they're not within a foot of my face, and I've got random blind spots in my eyes now. So if you got to have them a foot in front of my face and in certain spots, and I'll be able to tell you how many fingers you have up. So, like I said, I wasn't sure how to go about the whole YouTube thing. Got a hold of Patriot in the Dark. He got me going with a couple different apps to start using and whatnot. And then that's kind of the genesis for me.
Yeah, Patriot caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. Yeah. So, what kind of guns do you like shooting? Handguns, rifles, or?
I'm not picky. I say, that's like asking what kind of women do you love. I'm not picky. Whatever happens to be in my hands at the time. No. I don't know. I think I'm more partial to handguns.
Now,
I like to shoot my rifles for high accuracy precision still. Fortunately, I'm still able to
You're robotting on
So
us.
trying to do some tight is nice. So, is that any better?
Yeah. So shooting wise, you're still able to see the target fairly well.
Out of an optic, I am like a scope. But it can't be one of those scopes that has the real fine crosshairs in them. They've got to be a pretty thick crosshair. So the scopes I use these days are usually like a Tasco. That's what I have on my hunting rifle, but I haven't hunted since this happened. So, like I said, I still like to take it out, try and see how tight I can put a couple rounds and whatnot. But
Yeah. How do you do with handguns targets? Do you have?
I feel like that's more of a point me in the right direction and just, everybody stay behind me. We'll see what happens.
You ought to do
If the target's
you
large enough,
ought to talk to Patriot. He's got a great way of doing it.
I say I thought about bothering them.
Oh yeah.
I just haven't gotten around to it.
Well,
But
he uses those key finder things that beep,
yeah,
and he puts them on the target, so he just shoots towards the noise.
yeah. Let's say, like the one day we were shooting at a 55-gallon drum. That wasn't too bad. Let's say that was large enough that I could see it. I can still see large objects at a distance. I can't see them clearly, but at least I know they're there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's all right. I'm laughing at somebody in the chat. Go on.
Does contrast help you out?
Yeah, actually, safety green and blue I see really well. And just, contrast again, dark to light and things like that helps things stand out more for me as well.
All right. Hey, but at least you're still shooting. That's what counts. It shows that.
Trying.
It goes to show that you can still participate in shooting even with a handicap.
Yes.
And also, do you conceal carry? Or do you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I actually stopped concealed carrying at the 3 o'clock position. I almost didn't carry for an entire year. I just lost my vision to the point that it's at now 2 years ago.
Okay.
I had a condition called hydrocephalus, which leaves a bunch of fluid on your brain, and it ended up putting pressure on everything, and that's how my optic nerves got damaged. It did some other stuff, like my balance is affected on certain days, and like the lower half of my body has minimal feeling in it now. There's some funky stuff, but with the vision thing, I didn't feel like I had the situational awareness that I used to. So, like I said, I stopped carrying for almost a year. I open carried almost all the time. I always liked it. I didn't see a problem with it. But even conceal carrying, I was worried about the idea of, what if my clothing came up above and exposed my firearm or something, and not being able to be situationally aware that, one, that happened, and two, if there was a person who might have been alarmed by it for some reason.
Yeah, that can make sense.
So I was looking for different carry methods, and I started using a concealed carry vest not too long ago, which I like and dislike. It's got its pros and cons. I'm trying to work back to carrying at the 3 o'clock position.
Yeah.
Now, Patriot's got ears like a bunny rabbit. He can hear things that you're thinking. Have you noticed your senses changing, like your hearing or anything like that?
Yeah, my hearing I always felt was actually fairly good to begin with, but now I feel like, like you said, ears like a rabbit. And say there's times where I'll just be sitting in the house and I'll tell the kids, "Hey, your mother's here," or Nana's here, or something like that, and they're like, "What?" And then 5 seconds later, this dogs start barking, and I'm like, "Dogs, you're late here. I heard that a long time ago."
Yeah.
Now, as far as like shooting goes, before you started having issues with your eyes, did you use earplugs or earmuffs, or did you do both? Like, what kind of ear protection would you wear?
Honestly, long time ago, I bought those reusable earplugs that were on a string from Walmart. Little blue case had Winchester on it, and I absolutely love those things. I thought they worked great, and that's all I'd ever really use. Then one year I got earmuffs that had the built-in microphones, and you could turn them on, and then noise cancel and all that. And I thought those were pretty slick, and I've used those since then. But
Yeah, that's what I use. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Squiblo.
Now your
there's
your
Squib.
earmuffs. Do you?
Squiblo just said he's busy making hot dog sandwiches. That's why he's not here. So.
Your earmuffs, are they stereo or mono?
Who, mine?
Do you know?
Hell, I don't know.
Well, honestly, I'm not
Is there one
sure.
volume button or two?
There's two.
Two.
There's what?
Okay, because normally.
Yeah, there's one on
two
each muff.
audio buttons. Yeah. Okay, because usually there'll be a little spot that'll be your microphone, and if you have two, that's great because then you can adjust each ear separate. Because some of them have, I don't know if they have ones that are single microphone and two volumes, but I find that obviously the stereo works for me because otherwise it's like you got your head in a closet because you can't tell the direction that it's coming from. So cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to say they're walkers or something like that. It was just a set that I got for Christmas. It had some shooting glasses in it and the muffs. Somebody bought me from the local sporting goods store because it was on clearance. I think they paid like $20 for it. I was like, that's an awesome $20.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Mine must be mono because I got two. I don't know. Is it two speakers or whatever on each side? But I've only got one volume control. So both ears are.
Those would be mono then.
Yeah. Both ears. That's what I thought.
And it controls both.
But they work great. They
because
work great.
Yeah.
That's what I use when I go.
Prices are coming down.
Yeah, I'm more likely, buy, next time I need some, I'll, me, I like wasting money, but some things I don't like spending a lot on it when I waste my money,
I have those Walker razors as well with the one knob adjustment, and I think they do work quite well. They also amplify sound and whatnot, but I would assume that must be mono as well. But you can easily hear people talking in a distance with them for sure.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about mine are that they take one of those, I think it's 123A batteries instead of a AAA or a AA. So the batteries cost like $10.
Yeah, mine take. I think mine take AA. Yeah. The only other thing I don't like about it, especially during the summer, is makes my ears wet from sweat. But
is some of them you could get.
But hey, I can live with that.
I was just gonna say that. Some of them
I know.
Get the gel replacements, and they're not as hot. I guess that's what they say.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, we got a new. Is this
yeah,
Wilden?
Wilden, well armed.
How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm really good. Good seeing you.
All right, it's James, right?
That's it.
All right, your camera's on. You can have it on if you want, but I'm just letting you know. Most people.
Oh, yeah. I'll let me put in my name and I'll try to turn that thing off.
It's. I mean, it doesn't bother me any, but
Yeah.
I just have mine on because I'm the host. Normally, if I'm a guest on another show, I normally don't do it unless they specify. But it's totally up to you. I don't care.
I'll turn it off.
Yeah. So I want to, while you're resting now, let the audience know out there in the chat that I'll get him to speak in a minute. We have a new person on the panel called Willed and Well Armed. And Kingpin has just put his link to his channel in the chat there. So go check him out. I was checking out some of his videos earlier and reading his bio and stuff. So
I haven't figured out how to turn off the camera, but
that's all right. I don't mind. It don't bother me any. Doesn't
okay.
bother anybody else, I don't think either. But I was just letting you know it was on. Because some people don't come on and don't realize they got the cameras on still. So
Sure.
Real quick, if you touch the screen of your phone at the bottom or your laptop or whatever you're on, you should see 3 dots. One looks like a microphone, one looks like a telephone, there you go.
There you go, you got it.
Thank you.
If you want to mute your mic, you just touch the one that looks like a microphone, and then at the end of the show, when you're saying bye or whatever, for whatever reason you have to leave, you just hit that little red telephone, and that'll drop you out. So those are your 3 little.
Thanks, Kingpin.
No, there we go.
Glad to have you, man.
All right. So we were just having a discussion with Guns and Barbecue. He's a new guy here too. He's been coming for a couple of weeks. And what I only got around to it today, but I'm going to do it to you too. It's sort of like introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what you do and all that kind of good stuff if you don't mind. You don't have to go personal BS, but give us a rundown of like your YouTube channel and all this good stuff.
Sure. So I was injured about 20 years ago. I fell down an elevator shaft in the Czech Republic, and I've been married about a year later. Still married. I have 3 kids, and I'm an avid shooter. I mostly shoot CZ firearms with a light trigger, tune them up really nice, polish them, do all my own trigger work. And so that's kind of my specialty is, working on pistols. And before I got into pistols, I've always been into pistols, but I was a watchmaker, amateur watchmaker. And so I do like the mechanical part of a pistol, if that kind of gives you the background on my. Yeah. So I'm technically a quadriplegic, but I got pretty good hands. So my right hand's about 50%, and I'm right-handed, so I've had to teach myself how to shoot left-handed. So I can pass a pistol back and forth between hands and shoot with both eyes pretty much equally.
Okay. All right. And somebody's been the two live moves says hang on, I lost him. Where'd he go? Oh man, I lost it. Oh yeah, no, sorry, it was Southpaw. He said he said thanks for joining. Great vids on your CZs. So there you go.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, go on.
I wanted to ask you about. Shooting with disabilities means you're going to a range or you're shooting in your backyard, and just all the different things that you have to go through to find a great place to shoot, or what you have to put up with is kind of what I was thinking I'd throw out there as a topic.
Oh, yeah. That's not a bad topic at all. For instance, here, I don't know if you met on our past there, Patriot in the Dark, right?
Yes, sir. I met him.
Yeah, ex-Marine. is visually impaired now, and he still goes to the range and shoots.
Well, once a Marine, always a Marine, right?
That's right. That's what they say. I mean, like myself, I have spinal stenosis, and I'm afflicted with arthritis real bad. And where you said I'm left-handed, but I had an injury to my left hand, so I've had to shoot right-handed.
Yeah.
And, for a long time, I had to use a. Luckily, I got one hip replaced.
Mhm.
I'm waiting to get the other one done. But for a long time, I had to use a scooter because I couldn't walk. So now I can hobble around some. But you're right. Going to ranges. I lived in Rhode Island for. I've been here in Indiana for about 18 months now. But when I lived in Rhode Island, I was luckily enough. I belonged to a gun club it was outdoors, and they had no problems. I could drive my pickup truck right up to the range, right where the line is, and I could sit on my tailgate and shoot if I wanted to. I was that close to the targets, So, and I used to drive my scooter around, and a lot of times, since I'm on disability, a lot of times I'll go to the range during Monday through Friday, and the range I used in Rhode Island was very quiet during the week. Very few people around, so it worked out for me. And now, like here in Indiana, they got a conservation club just down the road here. Cost me $10 a year, and got a pond for fishing. A big, not pond, it's a lake actually. And the shooting range part, they only use it 4 times a year for a turkey shoot, where they have 400 or 500 people show up shooting at these little wooden targets to win a side of beef. They do it 4 times a year. The rest of the year, nobody uses it. So I have the whole thing to myself. The only thing is I gotta supply my own targets, my own stands, and stuff like that. Which the days that my arthritis is playing up, it can make it got tricky. Dragging it out there and dragging it back to the truck and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I can take my time,
I saw how you had those metal targets and those metal brackets that hold the targets. That's a neat way to go.
Okay, yeah. So,
well, my range burned down about 3 years ago, just burned to the ground, and they were rebuilding it, but there are 8 owners, and they couldn't come to an understanding. So they gave us credit at another place because I paid a year in advance. So I went to this other place that I had for free for the rest of the year, and it had a low roof, and the roof was like I called it the strip mall range, and the roof was so low it was like 8 foot, but the targets hung down 2 feet, and then the floor was like 6 feet, and I'm in a wheelchair, so it was real easy for me to hit the ceiling. So, but if I had like such a narrow range, I had to fold my target in half just to not hit the floor. It was just insane, and I had to still take it out 25 feet to not do all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Were you speaking to me a minute ago there, wheelchair dwarf? Or wheeled and armed? Wheeled and well armed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. I apologize. I was looking at something else. I just wanted to say thank you. So, I didn't mean to ignore you. Sorry to cut you off.
No, so I went from the burn down range to the low roof range. Then I went to a bad neighborhood range. I felt like I had to have a loaded gun to go into the range. And then I went to a range that had brass collector on the floor. They decided that nobody could keep their own brass, that the whole floor was on a grid system, and everybody's brass fell through. But it's hell in a wheelchair being on metal grating like that,
No, I imagine it is. Yeah. I mean, go on.
It's got to suck if you drop something.
Yeah, you drop anything bigger than smaller than a pistol, it's going through the grid. Yeah. And then the last range, the unsuccessful range, had a a steep ramp just to get into the build. It was kind of like an afterthought of building a ramp. Like, hey, let's just throw some cement up there on the front door to get us up to code. It's like a 30-degree angle, or going up 3 feet and 1 foot long ramp.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. When I had my scooter, I ran into problems like that too.
Yeah.
It's a real pain in the ass.
It's just hard finding a good place, but once you find a home, you're good to go. But it's just hell getting to the right place.
So you're still looking for a good place now?
No, I got one now.
Okay.
So they've got 3 accessible lanes, because all the rest of the the little controller doohickey, where you send out your target and you bring back your target, it's about 5 feet off the ground, so I can't see the instructions. But they've got 1 out of 21 lanes that are accessible. So I have to fight the short women and get one of those.
Oh, okay. All right. That works. That works. So, all right. Well, I mean, but there was something else I was going to ask you, and I can't remember what it was. No, it's gone. No, it totally went. You guys got any questions for him while he's here? Talk to me, guys.
What part of the country are you in?
I'm in the southeast in Georgia. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're on the East Coast. That's the only time zone that matters. I lived in Georgia.
Is it legal for in your state to? Is there areas you could go like outside to shoot where weren't necessarily something treacherous to get through or anything like that? That's legal.
Yeah, there is. So my dad passed away, but there's a farm, my stepmom lives on, and I can shoot there. I can go to, Georgia's pretty well open for shooting, as long as, you can go on state land, and they've got target ranges, and there's even a federal one. So my mom's got a mountain house, and there's a road, it was called Range Road. So I figured there's a gun range on it somewhere. I drove way back. It was pretty treacherous way back there, and finally got back there. There's a whole bunch of cars parked and people were shooting.
Okay. Oh, somebody, Southpaw RX in the chat, wanted to know, are you able to go to the range solo, or do you require assistance?
Yeah, I go. I'm 100% independent, so I go solo. I drive myself, everything. I drive a Lincoln SUV, and I take apart the wheelchair and put it in the passenger seat. So it's one of those real light titanium wheelchairs.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. That's
Did you buy the Lincoln modified, or did you have it modified through a custom shop?
Yeah, so I get it modified. Only thing I do is I put the hand controls in. So the hand controls cost $800 or $300 for the hand controls, and $500 to leapfrog them, put them in. So I got 2 sets of hand controls. So whenever I get a new car, I put them in the new car, and then I got, I could keep driving my old car, because you can't really be without a car. And rental cars are pretty good with having hand controls now from Enterprise.
okay. Well, there you go. I don't know what happened to Patriot. We lost him there. He might have his daughter at home, so he had to drop out for a few minutes. So, yeah, okay. I was explaining like Patriot in the dark. I was telling Guns and Barbecue. Because he's visually impaired, but when he goes down to his shooting range, he uses those little key fobs that beep. Like if you lost your keys, you press a button, it starts beeping. He puts those on his targets and shoots at it. Which I thought was a pretty neat idea myself. So that's
pretty difficult. I tried that, being a regular sighted guy here.
You've got mail.
put tape on some safety glasses and tried shooting at sound, and it's a lot harder than it seems. So I give them credit. I'll definitely say that.
Oh yeah, But also, Guns and Barbecue, you need to talk. I don't know if you talked to him about it, but he actually he carries concealed all the time, being blind like he is. But as he says, he can only do something once somebody's actually got hold of him. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's one thing. When I was thinking about carrying still and whatnot, I had a lot of family members that were like, well, don't you think there's going to be a liability an issue and things like that? Well, I was like, it's not like I'm looking to play, vigilante hero crap or chasing in after people. It's only if somebody is a direct threat to me, like, runs up to the car and says, give me your wallet. Well, here's my gun, bullets first, something like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I agree with you. I mean, I carry. I mean, luckily, as I said, I'm a lot more mobile now than I was. But the arthritis, like today, it's an overcast day. It's damp, and this makes my arthritis right now sitting here. I might look good, but God, am I hurting? My shoulders, my hands, my wrists, they're absolutely throbbing right now, and it makes it hard. I mean, that's why I've told people before, James, I used to carry my carry gun was a M&P 45. I've had to drop down to a Smith & Wesson, one of those 380 EZs, because, shooting a 45, my hands, after one magazine, I can't take anymore. My hands hurt so bad. But with that EZ, I'm able to shoot it for a while before, I say enough's enough.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. My right hand, I can shoot with about a 2.5 pound trigger. I can shoot 50 times, not all at once. But my left hand, I can shoot double action, single action, all day long. And so, but I prefer right-handed. But I'm forced to shoot left-handed.
Yeah. Like last week or the week before? I went and bought a 1875 Outlaw 7.5-inch barrel single action. My first cowboy gun, and it's a soft shooter because it weighs so goddamn much. Holding it up though, my God! I tried to shoot that thing single-handed like they do in the Old West. I'd be dead. I have to use two hands to hold it up because it's so heavy. My hands can't. I just can't take it anymore. And I find it so frustrating because I used to be as strong as an ox. I could pick up most anything. I could do anything, and now I feel as weak as a kitten, and it just annoys the hell out of me so much. But you got to get used to it. So there we go. That's me. I'm learning. That's what this. I'm trying to get this show. We go off topic so much here as well, but I try to keep it on stuff to do with disabilities and stuff. But sometimes, if somebody's bugging me, I'll totally go past the disability stuff and go straight onto my soapbox. I'm just giving you fair warning. And
I've noticed.
So, but I do try to keep it to this. But I was trying to think. Actually, I was looking at my scooter the other day because I got to. I'm trying to find a doctor that would do my right hip for me because I had my left one done when I lived in Rhode Island, and I'm a big boy, as you can see on the camera there, and they done my left hip no problem, and it's been great. But no doctor would touch me here in Indiana. They said I'm too big. I need to lose 100 pounds. I said, well, if I had to lose 100 pounds, I wouldn't need a new hip, would I? You know, so
Right.
so I don't know. I'm having difficulty in that sense. I do need to lose weight. It's going to be healthier for me. I know that. But my God, the pain sometimes. Look, right now, they gave me a cortisone shot in my hip right now to dull the pain. And that's all it has done is dulled it. It hasn't totally gone away, because of my hips are so arthritic. Is that the word I'm looking for? That my hip bone's totally destroyed, so what I got to live with. Then, of course, then I got the back issues. And my spinal stenosis is so tight, it hurts every nerve. I'm wearing a back brace now as I'm sitting here, so, but I still get out there and try to enjoy myself on the range. Don't go as much as I used to, but I still try to do it.
Do you take any supplements for, making yourself feel better?
Not supplements. I'm on so much medication right now that's prescribed from the doctor, so they've got me on what the hell is that? Capapentin? Is it? I'm on 900 milligrams of that a day for the pain in my back. Then I'm on, believe it or not, for my arthritis, I'm on the dreaded hydrochloroquine. I've been on that for 4 years now. So that's what I have for my arthritis. And of course, then I got all my other elements, high blood pressure, cholesterol, now that, and that kind of stuff. But actual supplements per se, no. I'm trying to, I don't like the word use diet. I'm just cutting down on how much I actually eat,
Right.
Instead of having a big plateful, I cut it down to half a plateful type thing.
I take the collagen polypeptides or whatever they're called, collagen, and it's kind of like what weightlifters take, and it really makes my bones feel better. Cartilage, all my joints. I'm 54, and it makes me feel 15, 20 years younger.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You have to send me a link to that. I'll check it out.
I'll take a picture of it.
All right, good.
Rick,
So, yes.
Rick, have you looked into a bariatric doctor at all?
A what kind of doctor?
A bariatric doctor. The neuro-ophthalmologist I go to, he actually told me I needed to get bariatric surgery. Because apparently there's a link between hydrocephalus and obesity and whatnot. And he said the quicker I could lose the weight, the better, because if my shunt stops working, I'm at risk to lose all the vision that I have left. So.
Oh, yeah, yes, I did go see one of those guys. Yes, I did go see one when I was in Rhode Island.
I was going to say, because even if you don't want to have surgery or anything, they provide counseling services to kind of monitor what you're doing and coach you per se through your weight loss stuff, and say I'm down 75 pounds on the last 15 months or so, and that's no surgery or anything.
Real quick, you were talking about Guns and Barbecue. You were talking about like lifestyle changes. Have the doctors said that you'll stay at your level of vision now if you do certain lifestyle changes, or is it pretty much just a matter of when you do finally lose all your vision? Like, what is that situation like?
Last appointment I had a drastic reduction in my vision from what it was before, because at first it was finger vision at 5 feet, and then they thought that it was staying that way for the last year, and then I've actually got an appointment next month, so back in, I want to say, August, I had gone in for an appointment, and they're like, "Oh wow!" And then I was down to the finger vision at 1 foot, and they started scrambling, and I had to go back in 3 months instead of 6 months and stuff like that. Anyways, I had asked him after that. I was like, "Well, if it's you ever been driving down the road and all of a sudden you just realize you're passing a lot of cars, but you didn't think you were going that fast, and you look down and you're doing like 100.
Yeah.
You're just kind of in the moment, going with the flow. That's the best I could describe it for me. Is I feel like I was just getting used to how everything was, so I didn't even realize that my vision had gotten worse than what it already was. So I had asked him, is this something that's just going to keep happening until I lose all my vision, or is it done and this is what I'm going to have? And he told me there's no way to tell exactly. He said once the optic nerve is damaged to a certain point, you can't tell just how damaged it is. He said there's a chance that I could just keep losing my vision until it's just dark. But the goal is hopefully it's not happening anymore, or the vision loss isn't happening anymore. But if the shunt that's in my brain, draining the brain fluid, malfunctions again, then by time that we realize that it's pulling up again and that it stopped working, it could put excess pressure on my optic nerves again and just wipe out whatever I have left.
Oh, wow.
So the goal is, if I lose the weight, hopefully that could solve my hydrocephalus condition. And then if my shunt stopped working, we would just never know because my hydrocephalus was cured per se.
Okay. I mean, I was
Yeah, it's
reading.
kind of goofy.
Yeah, go on.
I say it's kind of goofy because people are like, "Well, why do you have to get weight loss surgery to, save your vision?" I'm like, "Oh, sit down, let me have a minute of your time."
Oh, yeah, I can understand. I mean, I understand. But I mean, I don't know if it would work with what you have or whatever, but I was reading somewhere they're now coming out where using stem cells in optic nerves or surgery or something, making people's eyes come back, their vision come back. I don't know how good it works, but I was reading something about it the other day.
That'd be interesting, because I've talked to a couple different doctors, and it seems like each one's giving me a different answer. One doctor told me when you have nerve damage, whatever you get back in the first 2 years, or in the first 6 months, is the majority of what you'll get back, and then over 2 years, whatever you get back in that 2 years is what you'll end up with having back. And another doctor told me optic nerves don't regenerate, so I'm SOL. And then another doctor told me optic nerves are nerves, and nerves are always trying to regenerate when they're damaged. So that's three different answers, and I'm just like, I don't know what to think.
Yeah, sometimes it can get frustrating. It really can.
I've been
Listen.
told that they can. It takes a time period. I believe like 7 years or something like that. Now I'm going off memory, but an example was that all people change over time. Who you were 7 years ago isn't necessarily who you are now, and some of that's due to the changes in your nerves and words I can't think of at this point, so above my head. But there is information out that states that is the case. So there may be hope.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, what time? Oh, hell, 7:45 already. Wow. Time's flying when you're having fun. Patriot, you're back.
Yes, I live in Michigan, and no, I did not have any visitors to my house because that would be illegal or something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I had some visitors, so I'm sorry about that.
All right. That's okay.
And
That's not a
in
problem.
a couple months, so it was kind of it was a shock. So
They were just checking on you.
yeah,
Oh, you're the kind of guy that needs checking on. Hey, your governor is something else.
nuts. Yeah.
Uh, let's see how she panics over over your national emergency of the flooding now.
I'm sure it's because
Are the people
Trump
allowed to
didn't
go out
redo
and
the.
save people, or do they have to do social distancing while they're doing it?
I don't even know. I caught a little bit of it, but it's been beautiful out. So I've been outside all day.
Okay.
I
All right.
didn't really pay much attention. I know she's probably going to blame Trump for not, fixing the dams and the roads and the
Oh yeah, yeah, it's his
parks or
fault.
something.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So what's happening in your world, Kingpin?
Nothing. Same old.
All right, same old stuff going on. The tough. I mean, tough. I tell you, I don't. I'm glad. I miss some of my associates or whatever I knew I had in Rhode Island, but then again, I don't miss it on the sense, you know, the restrictions I was under with the guns and stuff. When you live out here and you don't have that many, it's amazing. You didn't realize how good you have it here, and how rough and how bad it was up there. So I'm just saying. And it makes me think of you for some reason, being in Maryland. I mean, I know it's not the Northeast, but you ain't far from it.
Yeah, it's pretty crappy, but it's definitely not the crappiest.
Yeah, yeah. And then we're not going to New York outcast. What can we say about you and your governor?
Nothing good, that's for sure. Nothing good.
Oh yeah, but I tell you, I know I'm totally off topic now, but we only got a couple of minutes left. But I was reading something today. Now the CDC says you've got mail. Catching stuff from counters and stuff like that isn't as bad as they thought it was. This virus. How everybody's freaking about, wipe down everything before you touch it, after you touch it, while you're touching it. They're saying that yes, you can contract COVID-19 through touching, say, a countertop that's been infected, but it's less than what they thought it was of you contracting it that way. So, makes you wonder, who do you believe? All these numbers floating around. You can't trust a death toll because they fabricate. I'm not saying. I'm not going to go into it because you know how worked up I get. So
it depends on where that counter is. If it's in a big box department store, it should be no problem. It's just if it's in a mom and pop shop that it's bad for you.
Okay, is that what?
Because today I found out that the deli at one of the larger stores here is fully open now. As far as getting your little salads or whatever made up, but you still can't go to the countless other little stores around. This is weird.
Yeah, the abortion clinic cabinets, they're all nice and clean, but the cabinets at the church are filthy.
Oh yeah. Talking about eating like that, I went down to Deb's truck stop yesterday morning and had this ain't helping my weight any, bacon, scrambled eggs, home fries, toast, and a coffee. I had 2 cups of coffee actually. And
Did she have bumper tables?
No. But she is running at 50%. I mean, she had, she's got tables marked off you can't sit at. So there's basically a table between everybody. I mean, if a group of people went in there, you all sit at the same table, but the next table next to you is empty, then the next one after that will be used, type thing. But hell, it's not. I mean, I didn't like doing takeout. I like sitting there talking to the old boys. In the mornings. Mind you, some of them still ain't coming back yet because, I mean, a couple of them are up in their high 80s. So I guess, they're definitely at high risk, so they don't want to chance it. But it's nice to be able to go get back to doing stuff normal. We got to get this country back on its feet again. You know, we can't. I mean, and hopefully it will work. I mean, if the states, any state that refuses to open, they shouldn't get any more money from the federal government. I think. You know, because why should our tax dollars pay for their bad management of their funds? What I want to know.
Yeah, Georgia was one of the first ones. We had to get our tattoo shops and barber shops open, massage parlors and bowling alleys. But we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. And and I would imagine some people are still going to get the COVID-19. It's just it's just going to happen. But I think it, as I was saying the other day, risk. You take risks going into your car every day. Driving into work, you're taking a risk. It's a calculated risk. So go open.
Well, you know how you know.
Let's do it.
You know how you know when you're getting old? You went to high school with the governor.
Yeah.
The governor graduated from my high school a year before I did.
Okay. All right. But he's a pretty good governor, isn't he? Down there in.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, you could.
Yeah, Brian Kemp, he's a good guy.
Mind you, he's not the real governor. Stacey Abrams is. She won it.
She won it.
And Stacey Abrams is not morbidly obese. Donald Trump is.
Yes.
There was the joke about, the little gap in her teeth, and it was like, I only lost it by that much.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I don't think she ever really admitted defeat. Personally, out of her mouth.
She didn't admit defeat. She claimed victory.
Yeah. I lost, but I won. I think it's what she said. I thought a lot of stupid, and that's the kind. And I believe she's on a list for vice president. Hopeful. I thought, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine Joe Biden?
She's on the short list. Yeah, she's on the short list.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine Joe Biden and her? Oh God!
Didn't Biden call her in some kind of thing, and all he wanted was her super PAC?
Yeah, I believe so. But it's. Can you imagine those two? I mean, that would want you to move to Canada, wouldn't it? Having those in charge. But
well, today they threw out Susan Rice's name. I couldn't believe that one.
I know. They're getting desperate. They really are. But it's I know what I wanted to tell everybody. Oh yeah, they're getting desperate. I got a feeling at the convention, the Democratic convention, they're going to throw out another name out there to go against Biden. Or because I got a feeling they know he's not going to win.
Of course they know that they haven't been trying to win this election. They make you think that they're trying to win this election, but they're punting. That's why they're letting Joe Biden be the candidate and Stacey Abrams be the vice president, because they're jokes. And all they got to do is just keep Biden quiet enough to keep from ruining the brand. They're not interested. They know they can't beat Donald Trump. So they throw out this is their John McCain. There's no way that John McCain was going to beat Barack Obama. There's just no way. So throw him out there. Just take a loss.
Okay, I'm with you. And try to work on somebody for 2024.
Yeah, plus they got, can you imagine a debate, whether it be live or the internet, with Donald Trump versus Joe Biden? That would be an absolute massacre. And then the next day on the news, it would be, I can't believe that mean old monster Donald Trump picked on a sick old man, Joe Biden. Now today you can't call Joe Biden a sick old man. But after Donald Trump chews him up and spits him out, it'll be, I can't believe you picked on that feeble old sick man. It's all bad news. No matter what we do, they're just gonna throw a little fit because they're burning the house down as they leave.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't think he's going to be their candidate. I think it's going to be somebody else. I think it's going to be Michelle Obama or somebody else. It's got to
I
be.
got a feeling it's going to be too. At the last minute, she's going to step up because there's nobody else to do it or whatever.
Now, you got to think about this. Do you think that Michelle Obama is probably really, really enjoying her life right now? She's all kinds of extra rich. She's all kinds of extra famous. Do you think she's going to want to go against Donald Trump and have every dirty thing that's ever been said or mentioned about her drug out? I just can't see Michelle Obama wasting what she's got right now to get crushed in the presidency because she's not going to stand. She's not going to beat Donald Trump.
There's
Okay.
nothing even to even put her in there, in my opinion. Where does she even qualify to have a position like that?
What
Yeah,
about
they
the
gotta
Shark
know.
Tank guy?
Her name is only going to get her so many votes. There's only so many sycophants out there that are going to vote because it's Michelle. Then there's a bunch of everyday run-of-the-mill Joes and Janes that are going to be like, are you kidding me? Michelle Obama's never done anything in her life ever. I'm not voting for her.
If they're that hard up, I can run. You could run. Somebody can do it. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
But anyway, before I forget, total change the subject for the people in the chat. We have a chat every morning on Discord. It normally starts around 11 o'clock Eastern time, and we changed to a new server, so we got a new room. And I just put the link in the chat. If anybody, you go to that, you can join us there in the mornings. We're there Monday to Friday mostly. There was half a dozen of us hang out there mostly. So I just wanted to mention it. Anybody's interested. So, all right. Oh, damn. It's almost out of time. My quiz for Saturday for the swag pack. Mailing quiz. My question was, it was a real easy one, I thought. I'm trying to remember what was the question. Oh, yeah. I wanted to know approximately how many, the Henry rifle, how many approximately did the U.S. government buy during the Civil War? That was the question. Approximately how many did they buy? So, email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by lunchtime, 12 noon Eastern time on Saturday, and you'll be in for the quiz. So, there we go.
Do you want to know how many total for the Confederacy and Union, or just one or the other?
Just the Union.
Just the Union?
Yeah. So, and just email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. So, there we go. Anything, and of course, I'm having my grilled cheese sandwiches tonight. Oh, that's a question for you. For both of you, Guns and Barbecue and you, Willed and Well Armed. Tell these people there's a difference between a grilled cheese sandwich and a toasted cheese sandwich. A grilled cheese is not toast.
Not much of one.
Huge difference.
Grilled cheese definitely isn't toast.
People.
The only thing I know that's important is mac and cheese. That's the only thing that's important, Rick, is mac and cheese.
Oh, yes.
And AR-15s. In fact, I heard Kraft is actually giving away an AR-15 with every box that you buy.
Go for it.
You should jump on it.
Hey, all I want to do is I just want to play Kingpin's video to you, where I star in it. I don't know if you watched it or not, but he has me in there from the other day. When I go, Matt, is where I go, F you. But I was talking about stay safe. I mean, when you hear it all the time. I mean, people throwing "stay safe" out there. Oh, it makes me cringe. Like back when was it? Back in the was it the 70s or 80s when the big thing was "Have a nice day." I mean, that's what "stay safe" has become, and it just grinds me the wrong way. It really does. So no, I'm not midnight. I'm keeping cool. I'm not going to get on. I'm not going to go all 8 right now because the show's nearly over. I'm going to behave myself today. I'll leave me going ballistic on Saturday. So yeah. So I'm having grilled cheese sandwiches for dinner tonight, which I will make after the show here.
Putting anything on them, like some ham or anything?
Well, I normally do, but all I've got, I was looking at. I got to go shopping tomorrow. I'm getting low on all kinds of stuff, but I'm gonna slice up some onion and lay it in there for cheese and onion grilled cheese sandwiches. It's different.
There you go.
So
I like that serious sharp cheese that they make. The extra sharp.
yeah. See now, when it comes to grilled cheese sandwiches, I use American cheese because to me that's a grilled cheese sandwich. I know American cheese is 2 molecules short of plastic. I know that, but in grilled cheese it works. Now, when I make cheese on toast, or Welsh rabbit, as I used to call it when I lived in England, right? I used sharp cheddar cheese when I make that. Actually, that sounds good. I might do that tonight instead of grilled cheese. I don't know. So, got me thinking now. I got to make a decision. All right.
Yeah, Welsh rabbit with the extra pepper on top. That's good.
Oh yeah. So, all right. I'm going to wind this down. I want to. So as we go around the room here with any shout outs or plugs, start with you, Guns and Barbecue. Got anything?
Just as always, thanks to Patriot in the Dark, Kingpin, Black Cat, anybody else that's been, sending people my way, sharing my videos and whatnot. Really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on here as usual, sending out the invite and whatnot. And that's it.
All right, appreciate it. Kingpin, anything?
Thanks for having me, Rick. Real good to have the new guys on the panel tonight. Give them a chance to introduce themselves to everybody. So thanks for having me, and have a good night.
All right, isn't okay? What's called? I know at 9:00 there's never enough ammo. Then comes rants and raves. Is there somebody else on tonight, or is that on Saturday?
Yeah, never enough ammo. The liberal. You forgot to say that part.
Oh yeah, never enough. Yeah, the liberal. Yeah, I thought there was somebody else.
Yeah, rants and raves should be on about 10:30. Pretty much right about the time that the liberal stops his show.
Yeah.
Rants and raves will start. So that's over on the Roll Call 219 channel.
Okay, that works. New York Outcast, you got anything?
Yeah, I was going to say, first off, thanks for having me again. If anybody has any children that are in music, playing music or whatnot, or grandchildren or anything like that out there, I just wanted to point out a channel that I stumbled across. It's called the O'Keefe Music Foundation. You might want to take a look at that. It's a YouTube channel where they give talented kids for free a spotlight, and apparently they're doing quite well. It's a nonprofit. So it's quite interesting. They cover dozens and dozens of songs. Just something somebody might be interested in. Other than that, thanks for having me, and have a good day, everybody.
Okay. Willed and well armed. Anything? Any
right.
shout out?
Thanks a lot, Rick. You could call me Will. That might be easier for you. And I've got a couple of gun videos I'm bringing out this weekend. I've got the Bull Armory 2011. It's called the Viper. It's got the comp and the red dot. I'll be shooting that this weekend. And then I've got a gun I'm about to sell. It's a Walther PPQ with the red dot. So I want to do a video of it before I sell it. And
Okay.
that's kind of it.
Okay, great. I'm glad you joined us. I really am.
All right.
All right. Now we got the man, the myth, the legend, or was it the other way around? Patriot in the Dark.
Well, thanks, Rick. All I want to mention is this weekend is Memorial Day. Glad that we don't have all these stupid sales and it's not about mattresses. Please understand what it's about and what it represents. It's not parties and all that fun stuff, whatever. Think about it in between, Armed Forces Day that was just happened and, Memorial Day, and, those real heroes. So I'm going to leave it at that. So thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you. And I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat who showed up tonight and contributed. I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad you show up every week. Makes it all worthwhile. And of course, I will be back on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern with my normal just Rick's Life as I See It chat. So I will see everybody then. So good night, everybody.
Hi, Sabrina.